Wayne met Birdman when he was around 11 or 12 years old, already rapping and hungry to make it. Birdman, as co-founder of Cash Money Records, saw something special in the young Dwayne Carter and signed him as the youngest artist on the label. From then on, Birdman played a father figure role in Wayne's life. Wayne's biological father wasn't around much, and Birdman filled that space, not just in business, but in life. Under Birdman's guidance, Wayne became the face of Cash Money, especially after the Hot Boys era, with Juvenile, BG, and Turk. Then came the Carter albums, and Wayne transformed into a global superstar. Wayne later founded Young Money, bringing in Drake and Nicki Minaj, which only expanded Birdman's empire.
CEO of Young Money Entertainment, President, Co-President, Co-CEO of Cash Money Records. Well-known artist in what y'all call the rap game, hip-hop. You should know me. Been in it 14 years. Actually 13, but it's about to be like 14 if you're counting. I met Baby, the owner of Cash Money Records, along with Ronald Slim Williams. Two brothers, y'all know Baby and Slim. I met Baby when I was 11, May 13th, 1993, Friday the 13th. Never forget. Can't forget that. There was a former artist on that label, Lil Slim, from my block, Apple and Eagle, please believe it. Holly Grove 17 Carrollton to the Gristle. His name's Lil Slim. That's still my nigga. He in Cali, and I heard he in Cali still rapping, so shout out to Slim doing this thing, you dig? But he heard me rap before on the block. And you know, he told me I'd tell Baby and Slim about you. And I grew to find out that niggas from the hood was telling him that, I ain't know this, I ain't know that niggas from the hood was telling Slim, boy, you need to put that on your album, because you gotta think I was 11. So you know, at that time, that was like the little hot thing to do. Put the little nigga on your album talking that gangster shit. And then I was talking my shit, so that's why niggas was like, you need to put him on your album. That little nigga writing his own shit.
For years, they were inseparable. Matching cars, chains, even appearing on records like Stuntin' Like My Daddy. But their relationship went sideways when Wayne sued Birdman and Cash Money for $51 million in 2015. It wasn't just about money. It was a family betrayal. Wayne publicly said Birdman was holding him and his music hostage, and you could tell from interviews and lyrics that it wasn't just business beef. It was heartbreak. Despite all that, Wayne never disrespected Birdman on a personal level like some would expect. He was angry, but he still called him Pops, even while demanding justice. Wayne was suing Birdman and blasting Cash Money for not releasing the Carter 5. At the same time, a rising young Thug was becoming Birdman's new protege. Wayne was out. Thug was in. This is where the trolling starts. April 2015, young Thug drops Barter 6. Title is a direct play on Wayne's The Carter series. Thug initially wanted to call it Carter 6, straight up. Wayne was still waiting to release the Carter 5, which was being held hostage by Birdman. Thug naming his project Carter 6 looked like a shot at Wayne, a Birdman-endorsed replacement move, a power shift from old to new Cash Money blood. Basically, Birdman couldn't release Wayne's Carter 5, so Thug tried to drop a fake Carter 6. Thug tried to play it cool at first. He said he was paying homage to Wayne, but he also threw slick dices in interviews, laughing about Wayne being old.
Yeah, YSL. Carter 6 coming out Friday, first show. New Orleans, Hollywood. Hi, I'm Thugger, and Big Carter 6 is on the way. Carter 6 is coming out on the 17th, my mom's birthday. I understand that Lil Wayne is frustrated about his career, and I feel him on that, but this is my item. I wouldn't ever in my life swap words with him or beef with him about nothing. This is a person that I look up to. Ha ha.
Things got real. A few weeks after Barter 6 dropped, Lil Wayne's tour bus was shot up in Atlanta. On April 26, 2015, that night, Wayne had a show in Atlanta and performed at a club called Compound. Tension was already high at the time because of his legal beef with Birdman, and Young Thug was trolling Wayne by pushing Barter 6, a play on the Carter 6. After the show, Wayne and his team left in 2 tour buses. One was carrying Wayne, his entourage, and security. The other had crew members and staff. As the buses left the club and got on the I-285 highway near Cobb County, Jimmy Winfrey, a.k.a. Pee Wee Roscoe, was following in a white Chevy Camaro. It's believed he waited for the right moment before making a move. Winfrey pulled up beside the buses and opened fire with a .40 caliber handgun and an AK-style rifle, spraying bullets at the bus carrying Wayne. The shooting happened around 3:30 a.m. Multiple shots hit the bus, but somehow nobody was injured. After the shooting, the buses didn't stop right away. They drove to a nearby hotel where police were called.
Well, all new at 5, the state's highest court has reversed convictions for the man who pleaded guilty to shooting at rapper Lil Wayne's tour bus. Back in 2015, prosecutors say Jimmy Winfrey opened fire on 2 of Lil Wayne's tour buses as they drove down 285. No one was hurt, and as part of the plea deal, a judge sentenced Winfrey to 10 years behind bars. Well, today, the state Supreme Court decided the trial judge in that case improperly participated in plea negotiations by encouraging Winfrey to take the plea deal.
What investigators found: shell casings from the scene matched guns owned by Winfrey. Surveillance footage showed Winfrey at the club that night and later driving the same Camaro used in the shooting. Cell phone records placed him near the buses during the shooting, and he had contact with Birdman and Young Thug around that time. The motive? At the time, Winfrey, as Thug's road manager and Rich Gang affiliate, may have tried to earn stripes or send message. Prosecutors claimed the shooting was a response to Wayne disrespecting Birdman and Cash Money, and possibly an attempt to scare him into backing down from his lawsuit. Even though Birdman denied involvement, that phone call between him and Winfrey after the shooting looked real suspicious. It created serious tension and made Wayne's beef with Cash Money feel even more personal and dangerous.
You know, we talked about Lil Wayne's tour bus shooting back in 2015, and allegedly Young Thug and Birdman, being behind it. But at the time we put the story out, we didn't, it was kind of like when it was really nothing else out there. But now a phone call has been released. Sam, man, I'm going to play this, then we're going to get into this story. This is crazy, man. Let's hear this jailhouse phone call between Birdman and the alleged person.
In this new civil court filing we obtained, the driver's attorney points to phone records showing Young Thug called Winfrey 8 times in the moments before the shooting. They also point to this jailhouse call between Winfrey and Birdman.
And get this money. Well, my name is Brent. Did everything in the truth, bro. Yeah. With the eye open. Everybody on that strictly business, man.
Manny Aurora represented Winfrey in his first trial.
The musician that was the intended target is never one said these guys did it or there was a beef. This is just a bus driver looking to get paid, and they need a deep pocket, so if you can connect Mr. Winfrey to some other musicians or executives, that makes it a viable case for them.
So this is the clip, that we have here. Is there another clip available? That's the only clip. That's the one that we got. Okay, so
in 2018, Wayne reportedly received $10 million to $12 million. Not the full $51 million he sued for, but still a solid payout. Most of it came from Universal, not directly from Birdman or Cash Money. Why? Because UMG had an incentive to keep Wayne releasing music. They needed that Carter 5 revenue too. Wayne was officially released from his Cash Money contract. This was the big one. Wayne was now completely free from the Cash Money label. He was no longer bound to Birdman for album releases royalties, or approvals. Wayne gained full ownership of Young Money. Previously, Cash Money owned 51% and Wayne owned 49%. After the settlement, Wayne was now the majority or sole owner, depending on reports, giving him control over artists like Drake and Nicki's catalog during their peak years under Young Mogul. The Carter 5 was cleared for release. The album had been done for years, but Birdman refused to release it. After the settlement, Wayne finally had the green light to drop the Carter 5, which he did in September 2018. Birdman's role in the settlement. Birdman was not the one who paid Wayne the bulk of the settlement. But after it was finalized, he went on an apology tour, starting with that moment at Lil Louisiana Fest, where he publicly said, "I knew this day was gonna come. I just want to apologize to my son. I love that, to death." It was a huge moment of reconciliation. And for fans, it was like watching a broken family try to piece it back together.
To be home, bro, fucking with my son, I love that nigga to death. I don't know what y'all know, but I know what I know, and I know how I feel about what I know. I knew this day was gonna come, but I didn't know when it was gonna come. But this nigga right here, the best nigga, the realest nigga, the illest nigga, and I wanted to apologize to my nigga worldwide to let him know that, you know, that nigga put his life in my hands, and I'm gonna keep it real with that nigga. We gonna do this shit till the day we die. This is why I'm seeing beef for death.
In interviews following the settlement, Wayne said he was grateful for the fans who stuck by him, avoided bashing Birdman too much. He was clearly trying to move forward. Focused on the Carter 5, which became a #1 album and marked one of the biggest comeback moments in hip-hop history. This is huge considering Birdman always carried that boss, prideful energy. For him to step up and own his mistakes in front of thousands of fans in Wayne City, that was a major ego drop, especially when for years he insisted he did nothing wrong. Wayne didn't say much on stage, but he let Birdman speak and didn't pull away. That silence said a lot. In interviews after the fact, Wayne confirmed they were back cool, said the apology meant everything to him, emphasized that family can go through stuff, but love don't change. Birdman, Juvenile, and Wayne linked up on Ride Dat 2019. Wayne and Birdman are now seen together in studios, parties, and public again. That's a wrap from CD Hip Hop Nerds, where bars meet brains. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like if you vibed with the content. And don't forget to subscribe for your daily dose of hip-hop knowledge. Bellhop Bell, turn on those notifications so you never miss a beat. Until next time, peace.